Welcome back to the Panic Brothers channel, everyone. I am Simon, accompanied by Josue. After many technical difficulties, we are here to talk about our favorite topic as a reason on this channel, and that's One Piece and its final saga. We're in the endgame, boys!
So crazy to believe. I can't believe that as soon as I catch up, this happens.
Honest, it actually is. I didn't think about that. Like, legit, as soon as you caught up, the next arc is, alright, I'm ending it.
And that's been my story for everything. I catch up to Dr. Stone. By the way, in 2 chapters, we're ending it. Now One Piece, bro. Like, what's going... And Black Clover, too, bro. Now Black Clover's ending it. Oh, Shonen Jump has an issue at hand, but we're gonna talk about that later.
They have right? People on you. They have people on you.
That's what I'm saying. But regardless, 1054 is upon us. We survived the month-long drought.
Yes, we
the
did.
month-long void. Dude, what are your thoughts on 1054?
Well, before we get into that, I just want to say, once again, welcome to the channel, and this is a new segment we're calling the One Piece Endgame. It is a series where every single week there is a new chapter of One Piece coming out. Because we are in the final saga, we'll be reviewing them as soon as we can get our hands on the quote-unquote scans. We're not saying to go look for them, but, you know, they're out there. That being said, 1054 has just dropped. Me and Josue just read them yesterday after also trying to dodge as many spoilers as we could throughout the week. I know you caved. I slightly caved and read some myself, but even with the spoilers I think you and I both read, I think I can speak for both of us when I say that what we read in the chapter still was just crazy good, dude. So good.
Obviously, spoilers for 1054 if you haven't read it yet.
Yes.
I mean, obviously, you wouldn't click this if you did. If you didn't read it.
You'll be so dumb if you did.
No. I only saw a couple of pictures, and the only thing that I really saw that I wanted to show you was Shanks seeing Luffy's new bounty. So that's like, it's like what I was waiting for. But I didn't know the rest of it. I didn't know anything else with Shanks. And so I read the worst, roughest translation scans of it before.
Oh, really?
So it was my scan. I still had no idea what Sabo did. That's how bad the scan was. I read all of it. And
Sabo like, fired big guy, and everyone's like, yeah, and you're like,
All it said was Sabo Cobra. I'm like,
what does that mean?
Fire, but what did Sabo do? What did Sabo and Cobra do? Are they both dead? It wasn't until the better translation later on in the night that I was like, thank you. Now I know. But
so,
dude,
there's 3 main parts of this chapter. We have Admiral Green Bull finally showing off more of his power and seeing his character. We have that, in my opinion, the biggest thing. Shanks, finally getting more than just one panel time in the last, 300 chapters. And then finally, we also have Sabo and what's he doing in his own, side of the fence. Where do you want to start?
So what I want to start off is each of these 3 parts are enough to really be a chapter on its own.
Yes, dude.
Like, they can...
Oda stuffed it. He stuffed it with so much good shit, dude.
Because there's a lot going on here. And a proper introduction of a new admiral's powers was only a small portion.
Yeah, I think someone on Twitter said, oh no, it was you, I think who said it. Where it's like, it's a good chapter when literally showing off a new admiral's powers is like the low light of the entire chapter.
Yeah, that made me go, okay, next.
Moving on, okay, cool, Force, I get it, he's tree guy, okay, cool.
The forest fruit. What do you think about the forest fruit?
So, I think it's kind of what I expected it to be. I expected him to be kind of like a Logia type that when he's awakened he can control everything around him that's foresty. But it's kind of interesting because I thought he would be more of a mellow character. When we first saw him in Dressrosa, dude, he's terrible. Dressrosa, I thought he was gonna be laid back, like he's more in tune with nature, like an Aokiji substitute. I thought that's what Oda was going for. But this dude is like Akainu reincarnate with flowers instead of lava. It's crazy.
Bro, he's a German soldier from the 1940s.
Dude, his ideology is so fucked. He legit thinks hierarchy breeds balance. That is crazy, dude. He really believes that shit.
And he's pretty much of the mindset that if you're not part of that hierarchy, then you mean nothing.
Yeah, he legit said, "I will kill." Yes, all of you are not part of the world government. If I kill you, no one would care. I definitely wouldn't care. That is crazy. That is wild, dude.
To think, bro, this guy, how long ago were we introduced to this guy? Like at least 100, 200 chapters ago?
Years ago, several hundred chapters ago, yeah.
Yeah, you've always known that Green Bull existed for a minute.
Yeah. And once again, remember, I thought he was a laid-back, chill guy, when in reality, he's just ape shit crazy like I knew.
Yeah, 100%. There were two parts of this segment that I was like, that made me go, like everything kind of went as expected, in my opinion. Like, I kind of expected, the Straw Hats to not really be a part of this fight because
there's no way.
Yamato being a part of the fight kind of surprised me, but Yamato introduced herself as Kaido's son and not as Odin, which was interesting.
I peeped that too. Yeah, like it looks like he's finally embracing who he actually is.
Yeah, and I'm only going by she/her for Yamato just because of what official statements from Odin. I was gonna say Odin from Oda and identify her as.
Wait, Oda says it's she/her.
I'm pretty sure. If it's not Oda himself, then it was some other official statements that still identify her.
I could have sworn it's he/him, but
I'm pretty sure. No, the characters say he/him, but I'm pretty sure it's all like something that's like Yamato is just like going through some identity crisis, and I think by the end of the crisis, he'll probably be like,
oh, it's actually not a pronoun thing. Interesting.
That's what I am thinking it to be. But like
we're gonna find out real soon in the comments who's right.
Yeah. I mean, I know your other YouTubers also say she/her, and that's what I'm kind of going off of. Like, I know Ohara says she/her, so whatever. But besides the point, Kaido's son was what Yamato introduced themselves as. And that was a really interesting topic.
Also, what I liked a lot too is Mononosuke showed up, and he actually was acting like a what? Oh, I thought you said it wasn't him. Like, that wasn't him. No, that was Odin. And I'm just like, what? That was Kaido who showed up.
I was laughing, and I wanted to bring up, what's Momonosuke doing? He had like wheels for a second. Did you see
the weird little I think that was Oda trying to show off that like this guy's about to do nothing. Like he's really revving up for nothing, like a cartoon. But I did like he was brave enough at least to show up. Like he was brave enough to show up, and what I like a lot is him telling Yamato, "Don't stop. Like that's not your thing. This is something I should be handling, not you." Which I like a lot. And also I wonder like what is he possibly gonna do to make Green Bull go back? Because right now I don't understand what he possibly can say to make this dude turn around.
The only thing that I can think of is that, Momonosuke can fly, and anything that the forest fruit can do can't affect anything that flies, I assume.
But still, how do you stop Green Bull from going in? Because that's just you evading him.
Yeah, I'm expecting Momonosuke's ceiling to be literally Kaido. Like, that's how far
yeah, probably. But I don't think he's going to beat Green Bull by fighting him, is what I mean. I think he's going to say something to make Green Bull go back. Like, they have to know something. Like, they have to have leverage, I feel like, somewhere. Yeah. I don't know what it is.
The military presence in Wano, like that aspect of the story, has been really weird to me. Like the fact that Rob Lucci showed up for one chapter and then never was brought back again. Like, wasn't that weird?
That is kind of weird. I really thought that Rob Lucci was the one who went back to report to the nobles. But then I remember reading online, everyone's like, no, that's just like a random CP like agent. And I was like, so where's Rob? What happened? What is he doing?
Well, I don't know what his purpose is at all. I don't get it. I'm not sure at all. But whatever. I like really great and strong start to this new saga. But we all know that's not what we came here for. Like that's
yeah. Also, one last thing. I think Green Bull might die or lose due to his hubris, because dude, it's wild to me that you're going after the people who beat 2 emperors. Like, how strong does he think he is? Because there's no way, I don't think if anyone told him to fight Big Mom and Kaido he would do it. So what on earth makes him think he can beat the guy that beat both of them. That's just crazy to me.
Right, and I'm also curious as to at what point. I mean, we're gonna mention Green Bull later again in this discussion, because this part wasn't the last time that we saw him.
No, yeah.
We saw him again later.
Yeah.
So I'm just interested to see that timeline. Like, it was just a lot of shit that happened outside of Wano while the characters were in Wano.
Dude, and we're only getting like a little glimpse of it at the end of this chapter.
So
you want to get into that? Let's move past the Shanks part. Let's go right into the Sabo part, and then we'll end it on Shanks.
Yeah. Well, first off, what I'm curious about is what are we in now? Are we still in the Wano arc, or is this?
I think this is post Wano, right?
This has to be post Wano, right?
Yeah.
But at the same time, is post Wano in a different saga?
Yeah, it has to be. It has to be because it doesn't feel like the same saga anymore, dude. The wheels are moving in a complete new direction, dude.
Yeah, it just feels like we're in a new saga while just so happening to be still in Wano, which also still feels weird to me.
Yeah.
Like what else? I guess it's sort of like a post Marineford saga taking place like mainly in Amazon Lily, but besides the point. Yeah, the Sabo part threw me off.
So, okay, I gotta admit something. You're gonna laugh. I've always hated Sabo a lot. Because it always to me felt like Oda's lazy way of replacing Ace. And I feel that the reason why behind that I felt that way is because we don't really see Sabo that much throughout the story. We just know he has the devil fruit that Ace used to have, and that was it. But now seeing what Oda's doing with them, how he's setting him up to be like the actual catalyst for revolution, I was like, yeah, I kind of like Sabo now.
Yeah. I you know what is so funny? I actually thought of you while reading it because I was like, I can't not hate him anymore.
No, yeah.
I hate his introduction.
Yes.
And I hated what he stood for in the beginning.
Yes.
Now I'm like,
this is kind of fire.
And I love his new nickname, bro. No, I know the actual translation is Flame Emperor, but I'm calling him Entei.
Yeah, Entei's fire. Entei's fire.
Entei Sabo.
Entei's fire. But I like the concept of treating him like a pseudo fifth emperor. I know he's not gonna be an emperor, but I like the fact that Flame Emperor gives him like a pseudo fifth, like he's up there, you know?
Yeah. One of the questions that I actually had in my notes that I guess I'm still confused about is, okay, so I understand that right now the world is under the assumption that he killed Alabasta King Cobra,
yes,
right? But he's getting praised for it, and that's what I'm asking. Why is he getting praised for that? I don't remember the king getting that much heat.
The thing is, I feel like the king, even though we personally know he's good. We personally know King Cobra's not a bad person, but King Cobra is still on the board for like the world nobles or the kings of the world, right? And I think the revolutionary mindset is down with all the kings, down with the world government, down with all of it. So if you are one of the kings, you will fall. They want complete like systematic cleansing.
Oh, that last panel.
Mm-hmm.
For those people who were cheering. First off, I thought that was Logtown, but I guess not.
I thought that was Logtown too. Is that not Logtown?
But that's what I'm wondering.
I think that's Logtown.
People that were cheering.
Yeah, I think that's Logtown.
And so, I guess I'm just still wondering, like, why would people from Logtown be cheering?
I really do think Logtown is full of a lot of people that aren't just people in the city and aren't just Marines also. Logtown's full of a lot of people. Like, for example, the execution of Luffy, there were a lot of pirates there. Bartholomew was there. Sabo allegedly was there. There's like a little scan where like he's supposed to be there. Yeah, the pirates were there. I think Logtown's a accumulation of a lot of people because remember it's that one spot right before entering the Grand Line. Right. So I feel like it wouldn't be that crazy to assume that there's a bunch of revolutionaries also in Logtown who are praising what just happened. Also, I think that once the post time skip happened, I think more and more the Marine influence starts shifting to a new world, and little by little they start leaving like the East Blue and the Grand Line. What's it called again? Paradise. I think little by little Marines have just shifted honestly, and they're not even in that area anymore. Like their influence at least is not there in the area.
Interesting. I don't know if this part is canon, but I do know that we saw. I think Grand Line Review kind of said this, or probably brought it up as a theory.
What?
That the king of Alabasta would have died because in the anime only, not in the manga, but in the anime we saw a shot of people from Alabasta reading the newspaper and crying. Specifically, only people from Alabasta.
Wait, in the anime?
Only in the anime, not in the manga.
Wait, but how? The anime hasn't got this far yet.
But you know that the anime people have like information.
Oh, they're just saying this. I thought there was like a scene out there.
There was a scene in the anime a long time ago.
Oh, talking about. Wait, I'm confused now. Oh, wait, what? I'm confused.
There was a scene in the anime a while ago.
Okay.
That showed people from Alabasta reading the newspaper.
Like I'm sorry. I forgot that the events of Cobra's death already happened in the past. For some reason, I forget that what we're going through right now is stuff that already happened. For some reason, I'm thinking that Cobra's death just happened now. So I'm like, how that already? Yeah. Okay. Never mind.
Yeah. No. Everyone knew, and people in Alabasta were reacting to it, and they were crying, and that's what I was thinking. Like, okay, Alabasta's crying about this. Like, they're not okay with what just happened, but how come the rest of the world is okay with it?
Well, because Alabasta's their king.
Yeah, exactly. But the rest of the world, I guess they're just looking at it as like, do they want the kings to be taken down?
Yes, like, I really do think. Also, when you say the rest of the world, this obviously not everybody. You're looking at the revolutionaries.
I know.
These are people who want revolution. Yeah, the people who want revolution do not give a fuck who you are. If you're a king, a noble, someone who works for like that hierarchy, they're trying to collapse it systematically, completely. So they don't care. They don't care that King Cobra died. They down. Like King Riku died. They'd probably celebrate too, even though King Riku we know is not a bad person.
Yeah, right.
I think that's the whole thing they're playing at right now.
My follow-up question: do you think Sabo actually killed Cobra?
Hell no. Well, there's a chance that he actually could be dead, to be honest. But I do feel like it has to be a setup. Like either Cobra was in on it and he knew he had to sacrifice himself for something else, or they're hiding him right now with Vivi. But honestly, Oda is so unpredictable sometimes that I can't even predict what the fuck the plan is. Also, I texted you this. Imu had like daggers through like Luffy and Vivi when he was first revealed in the anime and manga. He had daggers right through their posters. So like, is he involved in the disappearance of Vivi, or is it Sabo who's involved in the disappearance of Vivi? What's going on?
Okay, first off, I just want to say something. When you were first reading through One Piece, do you ever think Vivi was going to be this important?
I thought that she would come back later. The more I kept reading One Piece and watching it, the more I thought, okay, characters do come back, so Vivi will come back eventually, but not in this way. I didn't think it would be like this level of importance, and especially when I first met the character, I definitely thought that it ends at Alabasta. It ends right here.
Yeah,
we will never see you again.
I'm with you because they kept on showing Vivi here and there, but the fact that this is on like a grand scale level of importance, like
there's probably a good reason why Oda always reminds us she's a Straw Hat, because he always likes to remind us that, like, oh, one of the Straw Hats and it's Vivi in the bottom. It's like Vivi hasn't been in this fucking manga in years. Why do you keep reminding us that she's a Straw Hat? There has to be a reason why he's doing that, dude.
Dude, that is, when I first read through Reverie, and I knew that there was something going on with Imu and Vivi, and I think I remember texting you too. That was the only thing I texted you about. That and probably the giant Straw Hat, which I was still like, what the fuck
is that?
but when Vivi was somehow important, I was like, what the fuck is going on with Vivi? What's going on with Vivi? Like, I haven't seen or read about her in like not years.
It felt like, so out of place. Like there's Luffy's poster there, and there's Vivi's, and you're like, what the fuck is Vivi doing there?
Yeah, and so whatever's going on with Alabasta, like, I just never would have expected Alabasta to be this fucking important, and Vivi being missing bothers me so much more than I thought it would have.
Yeah, because I just don't have no idea what the goal is. Like, what are they doing with Vivi? What? Because Sarah, what's her character? Yeah, Sarah Hoshi. Becca? She's Poseidon. Like, I can see that one. What is Vivi's importance in all this? Where does she lie? I don't. Oh, dude, it's so fucking trippy. But
what's in Wano again? Remind me, what's in Wano?
Like
Pluton?
They said Pluton is somewhere on Wano.
I swear to God, what if it's Yamato? Something. What if these weapons are just not actual?
I still think that Wano itself is Pluton. But that's a theory I have. I think Wano itself might be Pluton.
I also feel like it could just be Onigashima itself or something.
That too. Like I think it's a structure. It's a structure on Wano that is Pluton. It's not a person. It's not a weapon. It's a fucking thing. You know, like it's a place.
Wait, but at the same time, No, wait, but wasn't there blueprints for it and Frankie destroyed it? Am I bugging?
That it could be like a ride. You know, he did destroy it. I think it could be like rideable land, like a giant rideable island or something, like an island that's a ship. It's fucking trippy, I know, but I mean, Poseidon's a fucking woman, and fucking what's the other one? Neptune? No, not Neptune. What's the last one again called?
I thought it was it not Neptune?
No, that's King Neptune.
Oh,
Poseidon.
I don't remember.
And Pluton. I can't remember the last one either.
Okay.
Oh, whatever.
I got you.
Oh, you got it? You find it? What is it?
Uranus.
What was Uranus though again? Was that the ship or no? Because Pluton's a ship.
Okay, we got Pluton.
We don't know anything about Uranus, I think, still.
Nothing.
Yeah, okay, that's what it is. Yeah, we don't know nothing. Yeah, so like I really think since Poseidon's a fucking woman, it could easily be that fucking Neptune's a ship that's actually a fucking island, you know? Or I keep saying Neptune, yeah. Pluton. Is that?
Yeah, right.
Right. But go ahead.
No, I find that so fucking intriguing. I obviously we do know that it's not a person, but it could just literally be fucking anything. The fact that as soon as we found out that Poseidon was a person, honestly, it could just be the freaking heir of Wano for all we know. But what I will find hilarious is that since Wano is an allegory for what's currently going on in Japan with the open the borders statement, right? Like, yeah, we need to open the borders. I would find it hilarious if Pluton was somehow just the actual answer to figuring out Japan's international affairs, and Japan's government just kind of looks at one piece.
It's a 500-page doctrine.
Yeah, and Oda is like presenting it to the world government, like, listen, not world government, just the Japanese government,
the real world government.
Yeah, and saying Oda's like, listen, I figured out how to open up Japan's borders. Like, you can take it later.
I'm just imagining.
It's all in this Pluton document.
I'm just imagining Straw Hats finding Pluton. Like, it's just papers. What does it mean? I think it's legal documents. I don't. What is Japan? I'm glad you brought Pluton, by the way, because correct me if I'm wrong. Didn't Robin say that in Alabasta, there was a poneglyph that said Pluton was on Wano?
Yes, that's how she found out.
Yeah.
She always knew that the entire time.
So there has to be something there too also where like maybe Vivi and Cobra being from Alabasta and Alabasta having a poneglyph connected to Wano, that could be a connection there too. Like there's so many ways to draw the strings between characters and things right now where my mind is racing on what possibly could be happening with Vivi. But it's also go ahead.
I think that's probably my number one most intriguing storyline right now. Like I'm actually at a point right now where I love the Straw Hats, but I actually don't think they're in my top 3 or top 5.
I personally believe I think the Straw Hats have given us majority of what they can possibly give us at this point. Like sure, in the future there'll be more, but right now I think we've had enough. I think at this point, like, dude, the Monkey D. Dragon even. What the fuck's going on with him? Like, Sabo's the main fucking thing, but we don't even know anything about fucking Dragon. Like, there's other characters now I care about a lot more right now.
How many lines of dialogue has Dragon ever had?
Like 5. Like, you gotta wonder, why is that Sabo became the symbol and Dragon never did? Like, what is Sabo doing that Dragon never did?
I kind of just think it's like a symbolism of like the next generation.
Probably.
Again, like because Sabo's always supposed to be, he's the next gen of Dragon, and
yeah, I get that, but it's just weird to me that Dragon like isn't really talked about at all in the world, but Sabo is so now like universally known. It's crazy.
I agree. Not to mention that how many times have we seen or heard of Dragon successfully taking over and revolutionizing like countries? Like even no. Yeah, we have. No, even briefly we have.
When?
Yeah. Like there was I remember the beginning of the series, and Oda confirmed that like Nami was reading a newspaper and she was saying like, oh, this island just went through a revolution. And
but they didn't name drop Dragon, right?
No, but someone was asking like, oh, was Dragon responsible for that? And Oda said yes. Pretty much anything that says revolution, just think.
Okay, I thought you meant in the manga they explicitly said Dragon just took this island. I'm like, I don't remember that ever happening. Yeah.
No, but we haven't really seen Dragon be that big of an issue since what was it, like the original Reverie, or what was it, like a flashback of the Reverie back in Drum Island?
Was that Drum Island? Well, like we saw Doflamingo for the first time, like that.
No, there was a flashback of the last reverie when we were in Drum Island, and there was like a piece of paper that showed Dragon. Like, we got to take care of this guy.
I don't remember that part. What was the flashback happening? Who was having the flashback? Do you remember?
It has to have been Vivi. Vivi was a part of it.
God, I gotta look that up. I don't remember that shit. But I don't dismiss it. I definitely do believe that definitely probably happened.
Yeah, we've seen 2 reveries in the series, but just the first one is just only through flashback.
Yeah, I get you. They saved Kuma, so that's dope.
Oh, I had that in my notes too, bro. Kuma has needed a W for a while now.
Can you imagine being him right now? Like, what took you guys so fucking long?
Yeah, dude, he has been depressed, dude. I know he's been so depressed for a while now, dude. Like,
so bad.
Like, he's needed a W really fucking bad, bro. And I'm happy that they were able to figure it out. I really wish. This is the one thing that I'll give the anime the pass for. Give us an entire episode showing what the fuck happened.
Yes, dude. I really need, or I'll even take a movie. I will take a movie of seeing what happened these like 24 hours at the reverie, dude. Cause that one panel where it was like Kuma and Sabo like fighting against fucking Green Bull, and I think it was Kizaru. I was like, holy shit, this looks like it was heat.
This has to have been craziest 24 hours in One Piece history, at least for the last like a couple of decades.
I know for a fact. I mean, the chapter ends with it. The chapter ends with Aikanu saying, "I have become the fleet admiral at probably the most interesting time in the world." Because everything's happening at once at this point, dude. Everything. Yeah. It's crazy.
And I just, oh, hey, baby. My cat just came in out of nowhere. What the fuck?
She wants to talk about One Piece.
Yeah. What's up? What are your thoughts on Sabo? She says she loves him. So anyways, that mention of there was like a quick mention of Luffy when I forgot who it was, but they were like, saying like, so Sabo does all of this, and on top of that, Sabo's the brother of Luffy, like who just took down Kaido.
Who just took down Kaido and also awakened his fucking devil fruit that we've been trying to hide from the world for years now.
Yeah, okay, we're gonna talk about that later, but there's a lot to unpack here, and I'll be honest. I'll be really honest though. There's so much going on, yes, and like the chapter ends with Aikanu saying we're gonna fuck them up. Do you really deem Aikanu a threat? No.
I really don't feel a threat from any of the admirals anymore, dude.
I personally never really have, except for probably I think it's Kizaru. Is Kizaru the one with the light power?
Yes.
Yeah, the only time I ever thought that someone was a real threat was Kizaru during Sabaody, like when he just destroyed everybody.
I thought Aikanu was gonna be like a huge problem in Marineford because Whitebeard fucked him up, but he still like was alive and he was still trying to fight. And I was like, dude, this guy doesn't go down. This is gonna be like, how is Luffy ever gonna beat this? But now that we have so many chapters since Marineford, I'm just like, I don't know. I feel like Luffy can definitely handle this dude now.
Yeah, especially with Gear 5. Like,
that's what I'm saying. Like,
and that's why I kind of think, I think this is the issue of always having this extremely overpowered protagonist, that now you're gonna have to figure out a way to really sideline him. Like in every other arc, Luffy is usually sidelined in some way, shape, or form, just because they know that he's the strongest dude and he will fuck everything up as soon as he's back in the fight. But this is like, no, the Straw Hat crew are insanely strong to the point that they get brought back into the main storyline. They're really gonna fuck everything up.
Yes, like I really feel like they're not gonna face that many hurdles. Like I feel like I feel like Blackbeard and Shanks are probably their biggest enemies right now. That's really it. Everyone else is easy.
I truly do believe that we're probably gonna go a good handful of chapters without catching up to Luffy. I do think
I'd be okay with that. I'd be okay with that. If we can go a lot of chapters like touching on everything else going on in the world, I'm okay with that.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I really find it funny how when the One Piece Red movie was announced, we're all like, "Oh, it has to be canon." Then there was a period of time when we were like, "It can't be canon," and now we're back like,
"It's canon."
So it could be canon.
It has to be. It has to be, dude. Like it's aligning too well right now with what's going on in the manga. too well.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
should we touch on it then?
Yeah, no. All I want to say is that I do think that we're probably not going to see what the Straw Hats are up to for a good minute, and the only exception I can possibly imagine is the One Piece Red movie. Whether or not it's canon, I think that's going to be literally the only place for a good minute where we see what the Straw Hats are even see the Straw Hats in general.
Yeah,
even see them in general.
I get that. So, I can see that. Yeah, between like the Revolutionaries and now Shanks, there's a good chance that like the Straw's gonna take like a backseat for a minute, dude. Like we don't really see what's going on for them for a while.
Yeah, I don't need it, and I don't even mind if Sabo becomes the main character for a good hot second.
Ooh, that'd be crazy, like a Roxas.
Yo, the same hair color, bro. Like, why not? Like, no, just like how like Hunter x Hunter always switches around his protagonist. Like, this is a good time for us to just follow probably Sabo.
Yeah.
Or who else could it be? It has to be Sabo.
Yeah, it has to be. I mean, there's really no one else unless we're doing flashbacks to Joy Boy, but I think it's too early for that. Now,
are you gonna say no?
I mean, no, but like I really think it's too early. It's too early, but I'll still read it, of course. I'll be stupid hype. So at the end of the whole Mononosuke Green Bull thing, Green Bull's fucking tied him up into like a giant tree thing. They panned to the seas around Wano. The moment I saw the ship, I was like, okay, I gotta sit down. I don't think I'm ready for what's about to happen in this couple panels, dude. Whenever Shanks shows up from this point on moving forward, I'm always gonna be like fucking breathless, dude. I feel like I have no idea what's gonna happen.
Nothing else in the world matters. I need this 5 minutes right now. I need these.
No, babe. Shanks is talking. Hold on, wait. He's talking right now. I need to know what he's about to say.
Honestly, that's what happened yesterday with me and my girlfriend. I was literally like, I can't talk to you right now, and she was recording me, and I was like.
Shanks is on. Shanks. There's 5 panels.
Shanks is back.
There's 5 panels, babe. That's more than we usually get.
And those 5 panels move the story along
so much. Okay, so let's talk about it. So everyone on the ship, right? They're hype as fuck, which is kind of dope. It's like a nice little,
yeah.
It's kind of like a nice memory to see all the old guys that we used to see back in the old days, or remembering Luffy, and they're praising him like, oh, like Shanks, like Luffy's so fucking big now. And it's kind of funny how like Yasop is like, oh, I can't see Usopp yet. I'm still a deadbeat dad.
I was gonna bring that up. Yeah, I actually brought that up in my notes. Yasop sucks.
Yes, bro. Dude. Like, that's like, imagine if Gon went to go see Jin and he was like, oh, I really am not ready for this. Can you please not look for me right now?
First off, Ging is pretty much that. But like Yasop.
But really, he won't say that though. He won't say to his face, I really wish you didn't go find me.
Yasop, like, I'm sure Yasop has gone through so many adventures, gone through so many battles. He's like, this is the one battle I'm not gonna face, bro. I'm not meeting myself.
But it's kind of funny because I like that dynamic though, also because it's like Yasop is like the opposite of Usopp. He's brave in all the things he does, but then you see a little bit of Usopp in him when he's confronted with being a father. You see him become more like Usopp. Was like, I don't know, guys. I don't know about this.
Yeah, 100%. That's hilarious. I do think there's 2 big drops in this chapter, in my opinion. Well, in this part of the chapter. And the first one was Bartolomeo. We find out that
he's doing shit for Luffy.
Without Luffy's permission.
Yeah, literally. He's just doing it in the name of Luffy and putting up Luffy's flag, which is like honestly the equivalent of like pirate era copyright infringement, bro.
Honestly, kinda. And I think this is such a. I know everyone in the community for I'm assuming a very long time has always theorized whether or not Shanks will be the main villain of One Piece or a villain at the very least.
Yeah.
And, and part of it is always like, while that would be cool, it doesn't make any sense knowing the Shanks that we know. Like, he's a good guy overall. Mm-hmm. But what a good, in my opinion, really genius way to still make him a good guy while still trying to make him the bad guy, because he's like, I love Luffy, but he needs to know his place.
Oda legit writes Shanks so fucking well, because he makes him so, it's so hard to tell what the fuck he's thinking. He's one of the most like ambiguous like weirdly like written characters I've ever seen in manga. Because look at this. You look at the panel where he's looking at the newspaper, right? And he says, "Look at this." And he's looking at the bounty for Luffy. He looks so genuinely proud. But you can also argue, is he proud or is he smiling that his plan is going, it's coming together? Because the bounty shows Luffy in Gear 5, which is probably what Shanks has always wanted for the past 1,000 chapters, for Luffy to finally awaken this power.
I mean, and what other reason would there be to finally show that flashback of them taking the devil fruit?
Exactly.
The
very next frame, they show who's who. They show them stealing the fucking fruit. They show the flashback of him eating it, him sacrificing his arm. Like, you could argue, yes, he's proud, but also you gotta admit, there's a little bit in each one of us is thinking, this motherfucker's up to something, bro.
Probably has to be. The fact that that flashback also told us that who's who in the government, at least whoever was on that ship, didn't understand the importance of that fruit.
Not at all. Not at all. They definitely thought they were just hiding a rubber fruit.
And Shanks definitely did.
How many people you think on Shanks' pirate ship knows what's up? A part of me feels like Beck has to be part of the plan because the way he talks to him. But outside that, how many people on his crew knew like what he was doing with that fruit?
No, probably only the immediate crew, especially because we had that one panel which I really liked that showed like the lower members of the crew.
The new boys.
They were like cleaning, and they were like, "How the fuck do they know Luffy?"
That's really dope to see like how much time has changed.
Yeah, like they were really in astonishment. Like that can't be true, which means that like people that came after that moment in what's the name of Whale Island, like they came way after. They barely know Shanks probably. Like there's a disconnect between the captain and the rest of the crew. So it's probably only the main dudes. What are their names even? I only know Beck Beckham, but I don't what's the name of the fat dude?
I don't know the name of the fat dude. I just know Beck Beckham and Yasop, and I know the guy with the monkey. I used to remember his name, but I can't remember it. That's really all I know.
Man,
I'm pretty sure you can look him up though.
The funny thing is that
what?
if someone were to ask you who would win in a fight, that big dude from Shanks' crew that you don't even know the name of, or Yamato, you wouldn't even know. You'd be like, shit.
I would really tell him I really don't know. And it's like, you don't even know a dude's name. I'm like, I know, but listen, man, we're talking about Shanks crew members though. It's Shanks, Ben Beckham, Lucky Roo, Yasu.
Lucky Roo! Thank you.
Lime Juice, the guy with the bandana. And Bonk Punch is the guy with the monkey.
I know a lot of these characters, they weren't named in the manga. I think all of them were just named in like
some side filler shit.
Not filler shit, like in books, like collections of like detailing like One Piece characters and all that. Whatever. Like just other books that's not in the main manga.
Yeah.
Besides the point. I just think it's a genius way to sort of make Shanks a villain without making him a villain.
Yes.
He needs to show Luffy his place, because obviously there's no way that Shanks would know the disconnect between Luffy and Bartolomeo. Like all he sees is a straw hat flag being placed by someone who's claiming that he's part of
Straw Hat's
fleet.
Yeah. The thing is, what's tripping me up, Josue, is okay. He says, "I don't want to meet up with Luffy because there's a guy going around claiming stuff under Luffy, right? We have to stop him."
Yeah.
A part of me feels like that can't be the real reason why he's not seeing Luffy, because dude, in the 1 hour it takes for you to disembark on Wano and say sup to Luffy and then get back on your ship, Bart is not doing that much more damage. Like, I really do think you can do a couple more hours of him doing that. He definitely is not seeing Luffy for other reasons that he's not clearly telling his crewmates, which is
not to mention
more ambiguous.
Not to mention, what I'm getting just heated at is, what was the point of even going to Wano? They went to Wano.
Why? Why were they there? Why were they there?
Shanks really said, "We're gonna go to Wano. We're gonna see Luffy." They go to Wano and said,
"Actually, guys, this Bart guy's kind of dangerous. We should go and take care of him." And everyone's like, "What?"
Not even it though. He said he wants to go find the One Piece.
Yeah, but he also he said, where is it? I don't plan on having a reunion with him. Don't you remember what's going on in our backyard? Oh yeah, that bark guy claimed he was under Luffy. He put his mark up against the burning flag. So to me, it sounded like he was saying like we can't go because we gotta take care of this bark guy. But also, then again, he also did say go after the One Piece. So it's kind of, I guess maybe his logic is we need to get the One Piece to set this boy straight up. Regardless, though, the frames. Sorry to cut you off. My favorite frames in this entire fucking chapter is definitely Beckham looking at him, and it's quiet. Like you can definitely tell the little particle effect behind Beckham is supposed to be silence. Like the room kind of deafens, and then that shot of Shanks' freaking eye and the One Piece. Oh, it's so easily interpretable as evil. You can easily see that as like an evil villain kind of fucking panel.
Right. I completely agree, and I love the twist. But what I was going to say, what I'm thinking about right now, is I'm still just caught up on the idea of why the hell was Shanks at Wano? Why did he go to Wano? And so what I'm thinking is, what if what I just said wasn't what happened? Like, what if it wasn't a whole, we're gonna go see Luffy, and then he stops as soon as he gets there? What if we're seeing him just leaving Wano?
Like he was there doing something else?
Was there, because if he's saying we're gonna go after the One Piece, that means that he needs to have gotten the poneglyphs. And if he might
have sketched the rogue poneglyph on Wano.
Or what I'm thinking is, where is the sketch of Big Mom's poneglyph? Is it left on the Straw Hat ship?
You think he took it?
I don't know if he took it. Maybe he took it, or maybe he actually just sketched it himself. Like, there's no need to.
Regardless, he has to have all four.
Yeah, and so, and first off, we only know how many do we actually know?
We know Zhao,
3,
Big
right?
Mom, Kaido, and Unknown.
Unknown. The only thing I can think of is that Unknown probably has to be Elbaf, because we saw Shanks in Elbaf. And we're all under the suspicion that Luffy's going to Elbaf next. So that has to be, in my opinion, the last location of the poneglyph, because why else would Shanks be?
No, yeah, it would make no other sense if it was somewhere else.
Going to Wano, Shanks can cross off two birds with one stone. Actually, wait, 3, no? Because where's the Zhao poneglyph? Is that still in Zhao?
It's still in Zhao, but I mean, technically though, Zanisha? Is that the name of the elephant?
Zanisha?
He showed up.
Was in Wano.
He showed up at Wano, and the poneglyph is on his back. You think Shanks might have climbed on top of it while it was coming to Wano?
I think he could have crossed. He could have killed 3 birds.
Dude, at one point during that Kaido Luffy fight, 3 poneglyphs were together.
That's what I'm saying. All he needed was to go to Elbaf.
Yo! Dude!
Yeah. So what I'm thinking is that there's a strong chance that Luffy's gonna get to the One Piece and it's already taken by Shanks.
Dude. Okay, so my headphones came off from excitement. So if Shanks has all of them, right? Do you think he's going to just go ahead and straight up get the One Piece, or he needs to wait for Luffy to get there to get it? Because it still seems like Luffy's part of the recipe. He has all the ingredients so far, but that one missing key ingredient is still Luffy with that Gear 5 transformation. So you think he's gonna get to Raftel and wait for Luffy to get there?
I don't know. The fact
that
that he said we're gonna go straight to the One Piece. The fact that he said we're gonna go straight to the One Piece makes me believe that he doesn't need Luffy.
So what's the point of giving Luffy this fucking fruit? I don't get it. What is the?
He didn't give it to Luffy either, though.
But I feel like he did, though. I feel like there's no way. It wouldn't. I don't think it's coincidence. There's no way that it's coincidence that Luffy ate this mythical Zoan fruit that Shanks knew was mythical Zoan. You know?
That's true, but first off, I do think that it's weird. Like, okay, part of me is also like, yeah, maybe he did intend to give it to Luffy, but at the same time, I always just found it weird that more importance that was given to that fruit, the more weird it is to me that, like, Shanks just brought it onto that bar, just brought it with him to the bar. It's like, hey, we got it, like, hey, look at like, you should have left it in the fucking on the ship and just called it a day.
That makes sense, but maybe it's just a way of like, maybe it's misdirection by Oda to make us think one thing and another. I don't know. Shanks is so ambiguously hard to understand, and I can't wait the next fucking 100 chapters to understand more about this dude.
All I am saying is that that has to, in my opinion, the only way that this makes sense. He went to Wano and got all the poneglyph information. He was able to just, now he has all 4 poneglyphs. I mean, like, the only thing that probably wouldn't have made as much sense is how did he get Kaido's? Oh, everybody was fighting. Did he just like sneak into Kaido's like shit? I mean, like, I feel like that's some Shanks shit to do. Just kind of be like, oh, everybody's busy, and just kind of.
Let's just quickly get all this, and then let's get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, like just sketch it real quick. All right, we're out of here, guys. But at the same time, how did he get the newspaper to showcase? I don't know. There's a lot of things here going on that I don't get.
Such a good chapter. This is such a good way to start off the saga, dude.
I agree. So now that we see Shanks again and not after all of Wano, who do you think Shanks was talking about when he was at the Reverie?
When he said there's a pirate I want to talk to you about?
Yeah.
There's only 2 options. It's either Blackbeard or Luffy. A part of me feels he has to be Luffy. I feel like...
What do you...
What?
Oh, continue.
I feel like... we all thought it was Blackbeard initially. Well, not all of us, but like majority of us thought it was Blackbeard initially just because how much he fucking can't stand Blackbeard. And like the scar he gave and all the stuff that's happened already to Blackbeard. He seems like a troublemaker and Shanks is sick and tired of him. But with Luffy, it feels like more and more to me that he knew what Devil Fruit Luffy had this whole time. And I don't know what he possibly could have asked the world nobles to do about him. But I feel like he must have told them that about his power to put him in check, maybe? To then maybe help him awaken that power. But even still, it's a stretch because they didn't really get involved until way late in the Wano game. So I really can't tell. Like, what has he possibly said? What he possibly said to those world nobles?
How else would the nobles know where Luffy would be?
Yeah, Wano is cut off on communication.
Like, he must have told them like where exactly Luffy is and kind of told them like you got to go after him.
But that's the other thing is like, why would he tell them to go after him? Did he think that if they go after him, it would awaken the power? Did he know that Luffy was gonna awaken if they came after him? I can't see what I mean. That's why it's such a hard theory to put together. I feel like I love this though, cause dude, this is way better than like Naruto when like it was obvious what's happening. Like when we all knew, oh, Toby's Obito. But this is so good because no, we don't know what the fuck is happening. And when it finally gets revealed what happens, everyone's gonna be like, oh my god, it makes so much sense now. Oh, I just can't wait for the reveal. I can't wait for the reveal.
The thing about Oda is that he's gonna tell us the answer and then give us like 2 more mysteries on top of that. Like there's gonna be so much more questions to it. Like, this chapter even answer anything?
No.
Yeah, like probably like it answered some. This chapter answered what happened to Sabo, yet left us with what happened to Sabo.
No, it literally told us what happened to Sabo, but hey, Cobra's dead and Vivi's missing. And it's like, oh great, cool, that's awesome. So 2 more mysteries now. That's awesome. That's great.
And we still don't know where Sabo is.
We still don't.
I don't know.
We still don't know what the fuck Blackbeard's up to. What the fuck is Blackbeard doing in all this? What is he up to?
That's what I was going to ask you earlier. Who's the one character that you want to see next chapter, like in their reactions of what they're up to? And I want Blackbeard.
I want to see Blackbeard and Buggy really bad. I really want to see both of them really bad. I need to know what Buggy's potentially doing right now after the news of him becoming an emperor. I need to know what is going through his mind, bro.
I always forget about Buggy, and every time I think about how he's an emperor now, it kills.
He looks like
he really just became.
If you didn't read One Piece and you look at that color panel at the beginning of the chapter of the 4 emperors, Luffy, Blackbeard, Shanks, and Buggy actually looks like a problem. He actually looks. He looks like a problem in that panel. But then if you know the series, you're like, why is he here?
Oh my god, I need to see the chapter again. I need to see the
panel's
spread.
clean.
I completely
the panel's so. I mean, the spread is really clean.
Yeah. I mean, I love the range of this. Like, too.
Yeah,
like this is like these are 4 people that I feel like you look at it and you're just like, if you're in the One Piece universe and you see this panel, this like, you're just gonna look at this and be like, I don't want to fuck with any of
these dudes.
The fact that Shanks looks like the person that you would want to fuck with first.
No,
it's like
you're so wrong. You're just like so wrong. No, but truly, all 4 of these guys look fucking terrifying to fight.
Yeah. Also, I just love that. Like, I love Buggy's transformation because, like I love the fact that I can look at Buggy now. Like his post time skip, like outfit. I was gonna say his skin.
His new modded skin is kind of dope.
I love his post time skip look. His updated.
He actually looks like he actually looks like a real pirate now.
Yeah, exactly. So
yeah, dude, I would never get over that Luffy pose. By the way, God, that Luffy pose is so nice. I want that as a tattoo so fucking bad, dude.
I want that figure.
That figure would go so hard, dude. Oh my god.
Yeah. I personally really want Blackbeard. I think it's about time that last time that we saw Blackbeard, when was that? When he and Gecko Moria came?
Yeah. Right? I can't think of what would be an earlier, because he wasn't in Dressrosa. We know what's his face. His sidekick was. I can't remember the fucking name of him. Well, not sidekick, but one of his crewmates is. And then no way he was in Zao or Wano. And Whole Cake nowhere there. Yeah, it's been a while since we've seen that dude.
Yeah, and I can't wait.
The final saga is here, guys. It's fucking here. Yeah. Oh my god, I can't fucking wait for
it. Only last thing.
What?
I think I want to say.
What's your
Didn't Shanks' crew mention Kid?
Oh yeah, they're like, isn't that the fucking kid that tried to fight us? Isn't that punk that tried to beat us up? And he failed miserably. What? Let me see the exact line. Hold on, where the fuck is it? No, he's out of land. What the fuck? I don't even see it here. Oh, there it is.
Do you not remember?
Kid's here too, right? It hasn't been that long since that Brett tried to pick a fight with us.
How long has it been? Only probably a month, no?
I really did forget that happened until I read that panel. I'm like, damn, Kid really did try to fight Shanks and failed miserably, bro.
Yeah. And those you ever go on TikTok and you see those like people going through a roulette of characters and they have to go against other characters? If that makes any sense? You know what I'm talking about?
I know. With these are my 5 against your 5, yeah.
Exactly. And I'm a sucker for all of those. I watch all of them. So I saw someone get Kid, and I was like, oh, okay, that's not bad.
Yeah, that's really good.
That's not bad. And then
that shakes.
Thanks. You're done.
We literally, we know it's canonically real that would not end well for you. He said, there it is.
There's no chance. Yeah, that's fucking hilarious. But yeah, fantastic chapter, and I'm happy that we're getting back to back. It's looking like
no break next week. No break next week. We're good. Let's keep this train going. And just like that, next week, same time, same day, we'll drop our review of 1055, and the week after that, and the week after that, until One Piece inevitably ends. So, if you like this content, you like what you heard, you like what you saw, please subscribe, leave a comment. Tell us, I really want to hear what you guys think about this chapter. If you guys can every week tell us your opinions about these chapters, I would really love that, because I love to hear theories about what's going on in One Piece. But until then, it's been Simon Josue from the Panic Brothers, and we'll see you guys later. Bye.
Peace.